This video will go over how to review and approve well completion information in FUDSChem. This data may be approved by a core geologist, your Synectics point of contact, or someone else, depending on your district. Our well completion information entry tutorial video, linked in the description, goes over how to enter this data. To review well completion information data, go to Reports, Geology Reports, Well Completion Information Review Excel format. Choose the project, the site, and the file you want to review. You can further filter down to a specific well type, or choose specific locations from the file. In this case, we'll select all. Click View Report. This report can be exported to Excel for ease of review by clicking on the floppy disk icon. Now, we will compare the report to the hard copy field forms. We'll go over the first record. Note that for columns containing valid values, the values are described in a footer at the bottom of the report. The installation date matches our hard copy. The well owner is not included on our hard copy. Since we are working on a USACE installation, USAC, which the footer tells us is the valid value for U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, is an acceptable value for well owner. The well type of MNW indicates a monitoring well, which matches our hard copy. The well completion method matches our hard copy as well. Geologic completion zone is not listed on the hard copy, but the report indicates A for aquifer. The sole source aquifer column is entered in the report as unknown. If possible, it would be good to look up which aquifer this property is over, and update this field as appropriate. Alternatively, there is a not applicable option we might recommend to the person who entered this data if the well is not associated with an aquifer. The well development procedure matches. The measuring point elevation is the point from which a measurement would be taken. Typically, this is the top of the well casing. It may be above ground in the case of a stick-up or below ground in the case of a flush mount well. The measuring point elevation matches our hard copy data. The measuring point flag is an optional field which was not used in this case. We can check whether or not a field is optional by reviewing the data specification under Reports, ADR and Submission Reports, Electronic Data Specification Fixed Width. Choose the desired data type, in this case, Well Completion Info, and click View Report. We can see that MP flag is an optional field that indicates whether or not more current measurements for the measuring point elevation exist. For example, let's say an old well had a stick-up that had broken off when a truck backed into it. We might use the measuring point flag field to indicate that the original pre-truck incident measuring point elevation in this file is no longer the measuring point elevation used at the site. It is now the post-truck incident measuring point elevation. Additionally, this report defines each field in the description. Let's go back to our review. Total casing depth is the depth of our inner well casing, down to the bottom of the screen or end cap if applicable. Note that the total borehole depth is captured in the location definition data. Here, the depth is not listed on our hard copy, but it is included in the report. Lastly, the remarks field may contain additional information. These remarks indicate that the total casing depth was taken from a gauging event, as the information was not otherwise available. Normally, we would continue reviewing until all locations have been confirmed. For the sake of time, we'll close the report and continue on. After your review, go to Tools, Data, Approval. Choose the project and select Well Completion Information as the file type. As a note, you can click on the number of records to review the same report we just looked at. Accessing the report this way will automatically fill out the drop-downs for you. If the file needs to be backed out for edits, click the green back arrow. This will uncertify the file so it can be edited under Tools, Data Submission. Be sure to let the person who entered the data know what needs to be edited. If the file does not need any edits, click the notepad icon. A pop-up will allow you to optionally include a reason for approval. Once approved, the data is available under Reports, Geology Reports, Well Completion Information, Excel format. As we can see, the version of the report that includes approved data does not have a file name dropdown. However, we can easily use the well type and location dropdowns to drill down and find the data we need. As a final step, the hard copy documentation should be approved in the library, under Tools, Library File Submission. For more information, please refer to our library review tutorial video, linked in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the FUDSChem YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. All of the tutorials and playlists mentioned during this video are linked in the description below. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, feel free to contact us at fuds.support@synectics.net. Thank you.